Hello guys, welcome back to Terraria, episode 21. My voice sounds strangely echoey, I hope that's not going through. So, this episode I'll be responding to things mentioned in the comments of episode 19. That came out yesterday, I think, and episode 20 will be coming out... what day is it today? Should be coming out in 2 days, I think. Can't remember exactly when I scheduled it for. So, first comment on episode 19 very tactfully mentioned that these roofs kind of look like penises. Thank you, Red Edge. Appreciate it. So I've lowered the cobalt one a bit, and honestly I can't get them to stop looking like penises. I've lowered the gold one by 3 blocks, which is pretty much what I intended to lower it by last episode. So there's not really much I can do there, although one day if I decide that my roofs need revamping, I'll make sure to add a set of testicles on each side. Anyway, now that we're done with the immature part, back to business. Let me just drop these blocks off here, and you can go there. Next order of business. Commenter mentioned that for lighting in the Dryad's room, and I'm not sure if that was their intention or not, I noticed that I can't place a chandelier here. Well, I can, but it would look weird. And they commented that maybe jungle spores will work. Now, I'm not certain whether those count as, light for the room or not. And if they do, I know for a fact that they're not placeable. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a jungle. I can't remember if there's any off to the right. So I'm going to start going left. And actually I wanted to start off from the roof. That's why I was up there in the first place. I'm going to find a jungle. I'm going to build a small room. And in that room I'm going to have, well, a jungle spore. I'm going to build a room around the jungle spore. And I'm going to see if that counts as a room. So for that I brought my wood. I've brought some blocks, which I will explain later. So I'm going to build a room around this jungle spore, see if that counts as lighting. If it does, I'll then need to find out how to grow jungle spores, what conditions are required. Now the wiki says that for jungle spores to grow, all you need is a couple of mud blocks and jungle grass for the game to consider it a jungle biome. Now, if you recall, I tried to do something similar in my other game, where I tried to, in my other world, John Paul, where I can't remember what it was I was trying to grow. Oh, it was mimics. I carved out a mountain for mimics because all it said it was required was a dirt back wall, but it seems that for mimics, that back wall probably has to be underground. Since mine was above altitude, and by above altitude I mean above 0, although technically I think the term is at altitude. But anyway, since mine was not underground, to not use technical terms, it didn't work. At least I assume that's why it didn't work, because otherwise the information was just faulty and they need more than just dirt back walls. But anyway, so what I'm going to try with the jungle grass is I'm going to, obviously, place the jungle grass and the mud as mentioned in the wiki, but I'm going to run some experiments first. So what I'm going to do is have one room for this jungle grass. Well, actually, I'm going to have 3 sets of experiments, and each one is going to have 2 things. One is just going to be a square room with mud back walls and jungle grass. And the other is going to have mud blocks floating in the room, which is to see if the jungle spores will only grow on these blocks. And this is where we killed Skeletron, one of the last episodes. What the hell happened there? Oh, something stepped on a pressure plate and set off a dart trap. So I'm going to have 2 rooms, and one's going to just be, an empty box, and one's going to have mud blocks in the room. And the 3 different heights, I'm going to have one exactly at 0 using my depth meter, which is, I'm pretty sure, is in John Paul's second. And The other is going to be above, probably 50 meters or something. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference exactly how high. I'm not going to test at... Actually, I'll test it at the height of the Dryad's room. I was going to say I'm not going to test it at floating island heights because I have no reason to. And the other one is going to be underground because that's where jungle spores appear in the jungle. So it's most likely that that's the only place they can grow, which is unfortunate because it's a pretty cool idea, and I'd like to see how it looks. Failing all else, I may see if it's possible to mod in, or even just inventory edit in jungle spores, and we the ocean, wonderful, so that you can place them wherever you want, and I'll just place a few in the Dryad's room and remove them. But it's not likely, seeing as you can get jungle spores normally, but you can't place them. Just giving yourself jungle spores wouldn't make any difference. So I'm pretty sure you'd have to edit them into the map, and I don't know if there is any map editors for Terraria, to be honest. And it's not worth it really for just a one room to be messing around with map editors and mods and stuff. Although speaking of mods, I do eventually want to move into mods, but first I want to finish the content of the vanilla game. And if you don't know, vanilla is just a term for unmodded. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep going until I find a jungle and watch it appear over the next hill as I say that now. And I will see you guys when I get there. Right guys, we're in a forest. I was actually just looking for a decent cave when Dr. Bones spawned. Now, he's a rare zombie spawn. Basically, he's a parody of, Indiana Jones. And let's kill him, may as well. Get his hat. And dead. Archaeologist's hat, wonderful. I'm probably going to stick this... I'm going to make some leather, which you make with the rotten flesh from the corruption. And I'll probably complete the rest of the archaeologist outfit and stick that in the clothier's room. So, it's not a bad idea. I've actually gone through this jungle for a good while already now. Lighting, please. Should have brought glow sticks. It took me... I've been looking through, I should say, and I honestly cannot find a decent cave. It's getting annoying. Let's look in here, that looks promising. Go away, vines, you're so annoying. I forgot these things give off light. Nothing. Useless. This jungle's really annoying me. Get some help here. And that's another bust. Pretty soon I'm going to be out of jungle to search for. Come on. Be something. Damn it, jungle. Stop having so many vines, making it difficult to see. Oh. Yes! Finally. Die. Now, just need to find some jungle spores. Vines. I hate them so much. Now. Jungle spores. Where are jungle spores? Alright. Let's just keep moving here. Nothing. Come on. Here we go. Jungle spores. Now, that already concerns me. Did you notice that when I got to this depth, suddenly there's jungle spores everywhere? Yeah. Let's keep going and see how common they are. Yeah, they're definitely a lot more common down here than they were up there, that's for sure. Probably mess around with that later. Let's take that as well. Yeah, I'll just take everything. What else we got? There's another one there. Go away. I remember the first time I came to the jungle and I was constantly dying. Good times. Good times. Yeah, it looks like jungle spores only spawn down here. Let's pick up a few anyway. Yeah, it looks like they're definitely height restricted. I almost don't know if it's even worth running tests. Let's get in here. Staff of Regrowth. Creates grass on dirt. Ooh, nice. Silver bar. Glow sticks. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, well, jungle spore is pretty much confirmed to only grow underground, which is unfortunate. Okay, anyway, while we're here, let's run our next test. Let's not destroy that jungle spore, preferably. Let's hollow out a room. Shit. Okay. Let's hollow out a room without destroying jungle spores. Here, let's block this off. Okay. That should now count as lighting. All we need to do is expand the room around it. And preferably not destroy it. This is going to be difficult. Okay, that's 4 blocks high, if I remember correctly. That is the right height. And let's do a quick check here. Not valid housing. Okay. Let's flatten out the floor. Let's raise the roof, like the party animals that we are. There. Now, okay, let's widen the house. Let's widen the room. To not use house as a very, very loose term. Now, that looks about as wide as they usually are. Oh, damn it! Actually, that's a good time to test. Let's place a torch and see if it counts. No. Let's remove the back wall. Let's see if that's the problem. Most likely. That makes sense after all. I don't have anything to replace the back wall with. Let's make a workbench here. Stone wall will do. Pretty sure something like that even counts as housing. Yep. Okay, well, now we know. Let's remove all of this, and then we can place it again whenever we find another jungle spore to test it on, which I suppose we could use that one over there. So let's try that. Let's place a glow stick, I suppose. So I'm going to go over there and hollow that space out, and then I'll get back to you in just a second. Alright guys, I've built a room, I've put in the walls, wonderfully placed as you can see, and there goes that wonderful idea. Oh well, back to the drawing board I guess. I really don't see what we can use as alternate light sources here. I'm going to quickly open up the wiki here and see what is considered a light source. Just one second. Alright guys, I've checked the wiki. I've adjusted my microphone as well because the headset was starting to make my ears hurt. So if the sound is different, that's why. The valid light sources are candelabra, candle, chain lantern, chandelier, Chinese lantern, skull lantern, tiki torch, any kind of torch, as in different color torches, demon torches and so on, and water candle. So that's that, I guess. Nothing particularly interesting there. The most likely candidate for our lighting source is, in fact, going to be the tiki torch, which is unfortunate. It's not exactly, you know, it wouldn't win awards for design, I suppose. So yeah. It's been a bit of a talky episode. I don't really have much else planned for this episode, so I'm just going to end it here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you next time in Terraria or otherwise. Bye bye. I just wanted to clarify something at the end of this episode here. You'll notice I did say at the end I'm going to check the wiki for what counts as light source. The reason I didn't do that before starting the episode, it's not just, you know, filler episode or whatever you want to call it. The wiki has been wrong before, several times, on pretty simple stuff sometimes. And I have tried updating it, but they have a really, really weird service because it does not edit like any other wiki I've ever used. So I thought I'd test it myself. I thought it'd be an interesting episode. Part of the interesting episode would be the experiment to see how the jungle spores grow, but honestly, if they're not going to be useful to me as lighting, I don't really have any use for them right now, so no real point running that experiment. If I find some use for them later, I may do that then, I may not. I don't know. So, thanks for watching once again, and I will see you next time.